States of America. We thank you for our men and women overseas who have fought, and some gave the ultimate sacrifice to defend this great country and to have, so that we may have the freedoms that we have today, living in a free world where we're free to choose, in a society in which we really respect. We ask that you be with the many men and women in law enforcement and our first responders, as well as our EMS and fire personnel, and keep them safe as they protect us and keep us safe as we go about our daily duties and our daily lives. We ask that you continue to bless this country and bless Hart County, because we feel like this is one of the best places to live in the state of Georgia. It's in your name we pray. Amen. This time I'd like to ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I'll call to order the Tuesday, September 24th meeting of the Hart County Board of Commissioners. First item of business tonight will be to, we'll welcome everyone here first, and obviously the next thing is to approve the agenda. I think there is one or maybe two amendments.
We was going to add litigation. Was it litigation to the
Yes.
to the executive session?
I also got a request from a group, the NSDAR, wanting to plant a tree at the on the courthouse lawn. They've been in contact with the city, and I think they've been in contact.
They came here. He was going to be here tonight, but
right.
his scheduling conflict, he couldn't get here.
I don't know if y'all want to take care of that tonight or if y'all want to wait. I apologize if we didn't get it on the agenda. I got the email today.
Take care of it tonight.
Okay.
What kind of tree is it?
A white oak. That's what he's told
White
me.
oak?
A white oak. Right.
I suggested that they not do that because of the acorns and things falling down may cause issues. They were going to look at it and see.
Well, I guess we'll talk about it on the agenda somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. But I've got an email I'll forward to everybody.
Yeah, that is E under new business. Or
Yes. The trees was in memory of Nancy Hart. That's what it's for. Okay, can I get a motion that we approve the agenda with those amendments?
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion by Commissioner Teasley. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Sayer. Any more discussion? Public comment? Not all in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carried unanimously. Next item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the previous meetings. You've got the September 10th, 2019 meeting minutes in your packet. If there's no changes, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I have a motion by Commissioner Sayer and a second by Commissioner Teasley. Any more discussion? Public comment on the minutes? If not, all in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carried unanimously. Next item on the agenda is remarks by invited guests, committees, and authorities. At this time, I'd like to recognize Mr. Eddie Addison, who's chairman of the Hart Franklin Airport Authority. I think he's got some information he wants to share with us.
Thank you, sir. For the invite back. We appreciate the support that you all give the Airport Authority. Now, Terrell, you're going to, what I'll do, just push the button. Okay. Just use a mouse. I guess this is our second time to be here. So a couple of things that we didn't have the last time we were here was a budget. So we want to go over the budgetary items and some of the things that we continue to look at and what we've got to do to get the Airport Authority to get the airport really where it runs parallel with the IBAs. And Terrell, I'm having a hard time here. Yeah, would you please? Kevin McCraney, who's with us tonight, pulled his drone out and showed us how some fancy work he's got. That's the airport as we see it today. You can see where the parallel taxiway over to the left is in the final throes of completion. We thought it would be completed by now, but we've had some EPD issues, which we'll talk a little bit about in a few minutes. I think we had those the last time we were here, if I'm not mistaken. We think that we'll finally get this phase one closed out by the end of October of this year. Again, the authority members, we've got some present tonight. We've got Kevin McCraney, who is with the Hart County IBA. Mark Brown, who's the airport manager, he is appointed by Hart County. Bill Flowers, who is a secretary and treasurer, he is with the Franklin County Board of Commissioners. Also, Bud Brown is a Hart County appointee. He's not here. Mike Ward is the vice chair, and of course, I'm the chair. And go ahead. You know, as always, our dashboards, we want to have a safe and secure environment. We want adherence to the Open Records and Meetings Acts. We want to be fiscally responsible, and we want to have annual fiscal audits as required by the feds and the state. Our strategy is to leverage our resources and technologies. You've seen this before. We want to have a 10-year outlook with a 5-year strategy. We want to develop better relationships with the IBAs of both counties, and let's develop a complementary strategy that runs parallel with one another. And of course, we're going to be asking for assistance for local participation in some of these grants, so that's coming up. I think y'all have seen all this. The audit that we've got to do for fiscal year 2020 is going to be $3,500, which will be a local CPA firm. We haven't had an audit since really 1997. We've had an agreed upon procedure. The last one was in 2013. So we really need to audit our books. That's coming up real quickly. All right, the budget. You all will be provided a copy of this presentation, but the budget is something we put together. It's real simple. It's got expenditures. But if you look at the net cash line, you're going to read that line from right to left, and you're going to see that we had $807,693.52 of expenditures, with a variance of $724. So the net cash there was negative $83,145. But the cash balance at the end of 2019 was $20,829.26. That's in the operating budget. Now, if we move over to the Franklin County fuel, to the fuel closeout, the fuel closeout has got some things that are of interest. The net cash there is going to be $42,983.26. That's a swing because we just bought fuel and we had not purchased fuel since April, so it's going to be down into the $8,000 or $9,000 category. But if you look at the net cash balance down at the bottom, $121,863.27, that's a foregone revenue for the loss of a large fuel customer that happened in 2019. That's a big hit. It's our job as the airport authority members to try to recoup that and secure more customers and more prospects to people come into the airport and provide revenue to us. Now we get into fiscal year 2020. Through the closeout of July, we had a net cash balance of $1,903.25. So July wasn't a very good month for us. Okay, fuel, we're going to be a net positive $1,384. You see that we've got a hangar down there that was bought toward the middle of, I guess toward the beginning of this year, and that was a $50,000. So we've got $1,008 a month that we've got to pay a fixed rate on. That one is hurting us a good bit. Okay. That pretty much completes the budgetary side of this. Y'all look at it. If you got any questions, give me a call. I couldn't get that thing to turn. Ratification, just a couple of updates. We went through and ratified the previous minutes. The previous minutes didn't conform to the OAG's Open Meeting Act, so we went through ratification process. We did not ratify the grant, the parallel runway for Phase 1. The grant wasn't executed with any vote for the airport authority, so wasn't going to grant that. We didn't ratify the loans. The loans, they exceeded the airport authority approval, and we didn't ratify any of the finances or any of the contracts. Financial issues, Phase 1 parallel one-way has a local share. That's due the end of the month, around October, and that share is $7,000. The high side is $70,000, the low side is going to be $55,000. That's one we're going to struggle with. As you can see, we're a volunteer-led airport. That's Mike Ward and John Collier. They're doing the inspection on the 100 low-lead tank. We have no paid employees. It's all voluntary. These guys do a great job. You know, you got Mark Brown, who handles the QA/QC on the fuel. Bud Brown, who handles the fuel kiosk, the inventories, and the ordering. Mike Ward is pretty much on every project. I mean, he is Mr. Fix-It for us. The IT guys are John Cox and Johnny Collier. Braxton Long, they're mowing. He and Hayden Brown are mowing, and they're doing the weeds. George Bennett has helped us a lot with his local knowledge of people, especially in these trees that we've got to get cut. And, of course, Kevin McCraney, who is a star for us with his drone, and he's running the social media pages for us.
He's the right man for it.
He is. You know, we've got a couple of hangar issues. We've got to make sure that we keep flyable airplanes in these hangars. We've got a list. We've got to follow this list. This list is maintained by Mike Ward and Mark Brown. Projects completed. Again, the runway extension, 8 T hangars. We need more T hangars. We've got that on our capital improvement project plan. I think it's for 2022. We need to also get some executive hangars. We've got to update our automated weather and observation services. Parallel taxiway, we think that's going to close in October, but we thought that in July. The EPD issues, they got political. And when those folks get on you, it's like flypaper. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what we're experiencing today. We've got some operational issues that we're working through as well. I want to take a special thanks to John Wilkinson, who got involved with the EPD issues. He diffused a political situation that was created by some other folks getting involved. He assisted in getting things back on track. And, you know, for the folks in Franklin County, John did a stellar job, and he is also a very good supporter and huge liaison to the Franklin County, Hart Franklin County Airport. And Alan Powell is on board with us as well. So we're glad to have these leaders involved and getting heavily involved in the airport authority. Just a couple of things. This phase one, we've had some seating and stabilization issues, and that's really been the huge impact of the EPD visits, and continuing for this project to continue to go forward, not close out. We really can't start phase two, which is an asphalt portion of this, until phase one is totally closed out. There's the guys trying to get everything back together. They had to take everything back apart, put in the matting and the rocks, and you know, we all spent a Saturday out there getting this thing ready to go, us watching and them working, of course. But they did a great job, and we think we're almost there. We just need some rain. This is our capital improvement project list. It's going to alter. We've got to have our new one in by the end of November. We've kind of reduced some of that. It's kind of like a Sears and Roebuck wish list. We submit it, and then they approve it, and then we figure out if we've got the money.
Who do you submit it to?
We submit it to, there's two sources. That's a great segue into this next slide. We submit it to the Georgia Airport Aid Program and to the federal state block grants. Both of those entities have funding available. The state of Georgia has a fair amount of funding available for airports, and we fall into Category 1. We're a small rural airport, as you all know. The FAA, the big thing is design and capacity. You know, they want to know what your instrument minimums are and what your airport reference code is as to how they approve these things. So the FAA has design standards that we have to capitulate to as well. Their priorities in selection, you know, particularly the Georgia Airport Aid Program, is safety, pavement maintenance, economic development. Those are the three key indicators, and of course we have economic development and safety high on our list. Our pavement's in pretty good shape. One of the things that we want to do, again, is you'll hear me say this continuously, we want to make our strategy parallels the IBAs, because that's the airport is typically the first place the CEO sees